In the last couple decades, I have lived a very loud life, whether it's been in wrestling arenas or doing live podcast shows or hosting shows. Everything I have done has been really loud. Well, this part of my life, I've really found love for quietness. And I find that quietness in my gardens. So I'm going to take you on a tour through my gardens. I'm going to show you things I like to plant or things that we have growing, the things that kids like to do with me in the gardens. I'm not an expert, but I'm going to show you all what works for me. So I'm going to give you a couple different videos. You're going to see the fun that I have, but most importantly, you're going to see where I plant my roots. And I really recommend for all of you, I hope you understand how easy it is, and that's what you see when you watch me in my gardens, but I hope you start planting your roots too. So come with me and enjoy my garden tour. And if you like my videos, please make sure to like them, subscribe to the channel, because gardening isn't only one season long. We have a lot of seasons. So I'm going to be showing you what I do summer, fall, winter, spring, all the different seasons, all the different things I grow all year round. Hey everyone, I'm so excited. Hey everyone, so I'm so excited to kick off this series with a garden tour, my gardens. Everyone on social media has always asked me, like, Brie, can you show yourself gardening more, your garden beds, your chicken coop, the greenhouse? And I always do want to show more, but I just never do. So it's why I created this series. Hi, my name is Brie. And not only will you be getting a look at myself gardening and seeing my kids and Brian involved, but you can also see other things I'm passionate about, interviewing people who do incredible things. Maybe I'm out and about doing incredible things. But this is a really important series that's close to my heart, and I felt no better way to kick off than actually giving you a tour of my backyard. The one thing that I love about this backyard and why Brian and I bought this house is because it had so many mature fruit trees, which meant a lot to Brian and I. So we're gonna look at the fruit trees first, then we're gonna head up the garden beds, then you'll see my coop, and then the greenhouse. So come on, we're gonna start with the citrus. Okay, so this is my row of citrus trees. We have blood orange, we have key lime, we have lemon, and then grapefruit. I can't even tell you how much comes in. We get so much of all of it, which is great because then you share it with your neighbors, my sister, which is incredible. And then we have our pomegranate tree over here. And right next to our pomegranate tree, we have our plum tree. And what I love, I love plums, but if you see, we have a crazy amount. So a lot of plum trees, or a lot of plums, not a lot of plum trees. And then if you sneak through here with me, right next to our plum tree, we have an apple tree. And right next to the apple tree, we have a pear tree. And then we have a fig, and then we have another apple. So follow me and I'll kind of show you. So you can see all the little apples. They're starting to grow, which is incredible. So cute. And right next to it's our pear tree, and how cute. You can see all the pears starting to form. It's just so much fun to watch them grow. I just love it. And then this fig tree, we used to have it by the greenhouse. And, oh, hey girls. Hi, my babies. Oh my God, they're so cute. So we used to have this by the greenhouse, but it wasn't gonna be able to survive there with where we wanted to place the greenhouse. So we moved it, and it's already budding. So, it's doing great. It looks really healthy. So, and we have 2 other fig trees on the other side. So a lot of figs, which in wine country, fig and cheese, yes, please. And then this is our other apple tree. And they were delicious last season. So I know they're going to be this season too. And then right here is our olive tree. And what I love is olive trees produce so much fruit. It's absolutely incredible. And I would make the kids, because so much falls, right? So I'd get a bucket. I'd have the kids pick up all the olives, and the chickens love them. So anything that we didn't use goes straight to the chickens, and it's absolutely incredible to see them to peck away at them. When I used to let them run wild in our backyard, they were always under the olive tree. Like they loved this tree so much. Now they also liked my garden beds, and it's why I had to build them like the grandest coop, because they were really going after all my plants, which I was like, oh no, not Brie's plants, because I need to eat those. And speaking of that, I'm gonna take you to my garden beds right now. Okay, so here's my garden beds. This is where I find my peace. I'm out here every day. I fell in love with gardening. It wasn't Brian, and I come from a farming family. It was kind of, I just love the fact that we have the skill to grow our own food. And I think that's an important skill to learn in life. But also, being a pro wrestler, podcaster, just on television, traveling all around the world, it just always felt loud. And it always felt like, just having to go fast, like town to town, pack to unpack, like hurry up to do this. Like, I don't know, life was moving really fast. And I really started to fall in love with the fact that gardening made me feel like life actually slows down. And I started to really journal, when was I at my most happiness? And I honestly felt the most blessed when I'd be gardening, hearing my kids run around, listening to the birds. And I don't know, I became addicted to gardening. So as you see here, I've all told you about my mama's salsa. And so all my tomatoes are grown over here. You'll see I do all different styles of peppers. And what's so neat, if you look right here, you'll see like they're starting to come. But you can see like the little petals, right, that are gonna end up falling off. But if you look at all these little flowers, you'll see them everywhere. Within about 5 days, maybe a week, they're gonna be peppers. And it was so cool to see 5 days ago. That was like a flower, maybe it was a week, and just to see how it came. Hi, can I have a kiss? I love you.
Love you.
And so I absolutely love that. And then I'll show you my tomatoes too, because they're little babies right now, but they're gonna grow. And I have onions planted by the coop. But you'll see, like, we have oregano going over there. We have a bunch of strawberries, but you guys are gonna die, because last year, Brian and I probably picked 50 strawberries, and they just kept growing. We were like, whoa. Well, I let the chickens, the girls out. They went to town on that bed. I like freaked out. I didn't even think about it. I was new at having chickens, so I didn't know like they were gonna go straight to the garden beds. I just didn't think. And so it bummed me out, because they kind of tore up some of the plants. And then I have been seeing these 2 squirrels and some birds in my strawberries. Now it's cute. You'll see some tiny still ones are growing. We'll get still like a good amount out of there, but it won't be like last year. So I've kind of started to replant some more in there. But yeah, so Brian and I, this bed, right before I planted peppers, we had a whole bunch of broccoli and carrots. And, over here, this is kind of like my lettuce bed. As you can see, everything's overgrown. And in another episode, I'm going to explain to you why they look like this. But we were growing every different type of lettuce, because we love salads in our family. And it was really cool, because it got to the point where my kids, because I've taught them how to use clippers, they come out and they know how to clip, and I trust them. And obviously I guide them, especially Buddy, because, I don't want any accidents to happen. So I never leave them unattended with them. But, and they'd go wash the lettuce and make their own salads. And so, people are always like, I'll see memes on Instagram where it's like, you pay this certain type of money for a garden when you can just go pay 50 cents for a pepper or something like that. But gardening to me is way more than knowing that I can have the convenience of easily going to the store and, just paying a couple bucks for tomatoes or peppers. It's just more than that. I think, one, it's incredible to show your children that when you plant either a seed or a little plant, to see that it can actually blossom into feeding you. And that just goes in life. It'll teach them so much. And for me, it's just become my happy place. Like, I honestly feel like when I am out here, I relax, I get refreshed, I get to really think. You start to realize things that are important to you. things that maybe bothered you that day that you just let go of. Like, I honestly feel like this is my sanctuary, and that to me is priceless. So, and it's nice to also have a hobby. I think as you get older, you know, I don't want TV shows, no offense to TV shows, but I don't want TV shows and app games to be, you know, what my pastime is. It's important for me to do stuff like this. Okay, speaking about kids, I kind of film them around. So Birdie and Betty, you guys want to come say hi?
Hi. Hi.
Can you say hi? So Birdie, what's your favorite part of gardening?
Eating the lettuce.
Yeah, you are my salad girl. Buddy, what's your favorite part of gardening?
Yeah. That we get to pick and then I carrot that we grow.
Yeah. Have you absolutely loved seeing that you can plant seeds and then see them grow?
And it's fun to explore and pick them and then eat them in a yummy salad.
Yeah. What's been your, well, I guess lettuce is your favorite thing that you've grown?
No. I didn't grow them. I like eating them.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite thing that you planted that you got to see grow?
I didn't really plant anything, but maybe.
You always help Daddy and I in the garden.
Yeah. Over there, like the flowers over there, like I loved planting those and watching them grow now. It was really fun.
You're definitely a flower girl, that's for sure. Oh, Bud, come here. Can you tell everyone what's been your favorite thing?
Watching my plants grow.
That you've planted, because I think there's something. What did you? Carrots, and you planted broccoli, and it did so well, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, this right here, it's so fun. The kids run around. It's fun to have them in the gardens, especially when they're delicate with the plants. But they've learned a lot, even though I don't even think they've realized how much they learn. And so it's been really fun to see. And Bird, I say what we show them next is the pumpkin patch you and Daddy planted. You planted that with Daddy, right?
Yeah, I forgot. There's a pumpkin.
Yeah.